You do not need to always know why you're feeling a feeling or even identify the exact feeling in order to process that feeling. I know we want to intellectualize things a lot, and sometimes that really does help. But when it comes to feelings, what helps the most is being able to sit with yourself and be able to have an environment of safety. Your nervous system needs to feel safe enough to sit with feelings. It doesn't necessarily have to define what those feelings are. That is helpful in the future when we talk about processing through things. But in order to sit with your feelings, sometimes you just have to learn how to regulate that nervous system so that you don't keep running away from something that you haven't even defined yet. There's lots of ways in therapy that we do this, and I work with a lot of somatic practices, which means really helping you stay regulated and stay inside of your body. And for some people, this is a huge challenge. When we go through a trauma, our body wants to escape, but if it can't, then our mind will escape. And then what happens is, as we grow and we age and we mature, we find ourselves still leaving situations that we're physically in. And this is called dissociation. It's your mind's way of keeping your body safe. You're in your 30s and you're having a work conversation and all of a sudden you can't remember what was just said to you. Or you find yourself blacking out for an entire day and not even realizing where that went. That is your mind saying, we are not safe here. We need to evacuate. We need to leave. And that creates a problem when we talk about trauma therapy, because what do you do in trauma therapy except talk about your traumas, right? And if you're talking about traumas that you don't know how to sit with yet, you're not going to be able to process those traumas. Your mind is going to leave the building. And even if your therapist thinks that you're processing through trauma, it is very possible that you can split and your body can be sitting there and your body can be nodding and your eyes can be looking at the therapist and you can be saying, yeah, wow, you're making a lot of sense here. But your mind is gone. It's not taking in, it's not doing the work. And that is incredibly important for both people to realize that that can be happening. I specialize in trauma therapy. Specifically, I'm very aware of dissociation and how it can present in trauma and how it presents in people's lives and impacts them. And the first thing that I help people do is learn how to sit with themselves. It sounds so simple, it sounds so easy, but it can be actually pretty difficult. One of the benefits of therapy is that you have somebody else in the same space with you doing what we call co-regulation. And that really is being a mirror to you, and then you can borrow from their nervous system as well. It's almost like a grounding thing in itself to have somebody sit with you while you're panicking, but they're staying calm. So it's not that you can't do these exercises on your own. It's just that sometimes it's very, very beneficial to be able to do it with someone else who's actually teaching you. I've got exercises on different grounding and resourcing skills that you can try, and I would encourage you to see what works for you. But if you're not finding enough resources right now on my page, because I'm currently growing it, some of the things you can Google are things like EMDR grounding and resourcing exercises. In particular, guided light, the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding method, progressive muscle relaxation. These are just 3 top exercises that really help most people learn how to sit with themselves. And you can practice them on your own. If you run into issues or you're struggling, then that might be time to reach out and get some professional help, to have somebody help walk you through them, and also, again, borrow from them. Sitting with another regulated nervous system can actually really do wonders for you, whether that's even somebody that you love in your family or a friend. But if you don't have those resources, therapy is a really good outlet for that. If you live in Nevada and you want in-person therapy, you can reach out for a free consultation. Also, if you are in Utah, Colorado, or New Jersey, or even Nevada, and you want online telehealth therapy, you can also reach out for a consultation. And I would love to meet you.